Singapore versus 7 Asian countries. In the dynamic landscape of Asia's rising nations, one name consistently shines brighter than most: Singapore. A tiny city-state with a land size smaller than many global cities, Singapore has achieved what larger neighbors only dream of: exceptional prosperity, stability, and global influence. From a sleepy trading port in the 1960s, it has transformed into a global financial powerhouse, a leading hub for trade, technology, education, and one of the world's most competitive economies. With a strategic location at the heart of global shipping lanes, business-friendly policies, low corruption, and one of the highest GDPs per capita on the planet, Singapore represents a unique success story in modern economics. According to the latest economic rankings, Singapore tops Asia in GDP per capita, far above giants like China, India, and Indonesia, showing just how efficiently its economy translates into wealth per person. But how does Singapore truly fare against major Asian countries like China, Japan, India, South Korea, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand? Is it justified to call it the winner in Asia's development race, or are there areas where other nations outshine it? In this in-depth comparison, we will break down key metrics, from economic output and income levels to quality of life, global influence, innovation, and more. By exploring how Singapore compares with these 7 diverse countries, we'll discover not just who wins in traditional rankings, but who leads in the hearts and minds of people and in real-world impact. So before we dive deeper into the rankings and surprising outcomes, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more insightful comparisons and eye-opening stats you won't want to miss. Economic power and GDP, size versus efficiency. Singapore. Singapore's economy may be small in total size compared with large Asian economies, but it stands out in wealth per person. It ranks first in Asia in GDP per capita, on a purchasing power parity basis, significantly above most countries, showing extraordinary output relative to its tiny population. China. With a massive economy of around $18 trillion, China dwarfs Singapore in total economic output, making it the largest economy in Asia by a huge margin. However, its GDP per capita is far lower than Singapore's, due to China's large population. Japan. Japan remains one of Asia's economic heavyweights, with a GDP in the trillions and strong industrial output. Yet, its per capita wealth is lower than Singapore's, and Japan's economy has struggled with stagnation and demographic decline in recent decades. India. India's economy is massive and fast-growing, one of the fastest in the world, but its GDP per capita remains far below that of Singapore. This means the average Indian today does not enjoy the same level of wealth as the average Singaporean. South Korea. South Korea is a technological and industrial leader, with high living standards and competitive global companies, e.g., Samsung, Hyundai. Still, on GDP per capita, it trails Singapore. Indonesia. Indonesia leads Southeast Asia in total GDP due to its huge population, but its per-person wealth is much lower than Singapore's, showing how population size and development level shape economic indicators. Malaysia and Thailand. Both Malaysia and Thailand have growing middle-income economies with significant exports and tourism, yet they are far behind Singapore in GDP per capita and overall global competitiveness. Winner, GDP per capita/efficiency Singapore. Winner, total economic size China, overall, Indonesia, in Southeast Asia. Quality of life and social metrics. Singapore. Singapore consistently ranks high in safety, healthcare, clean environments, and overall happiness. It was ranked one of the happiest countries in Asia in the 2024 World Happiness Report, partly due to high incomes and low corruption. Japan and South Korea. Japan and South Korea both have strong healthcare systems, safety, and long life expectancy. Japan is often praised for its public services and cultural richness, while South Korea's modern society scores high on education and healthcare. China and India. China has rapidly improved living standards, but still faces urban-rural development gaps and environmental challenges. India continues fast economic growth, but quality of life varies widely across different regions. Malaysia and Thailand. These countries are popular for a more affordable lifestyle and vibrant cultures. Thailand, in particular, is renowned for its relaxed living and tourism appeal. Winner, quality of life overall Singapore, high income, safety, services. Education and global recognition. Singapore's education system is often ranked among the world's best, consistently attracting top international students and professionals, contributing to its highly skilled workforce. While countries like China have more universities in global rankings, Singapore's institutions are recognized for global competitiveness and innovation. Innovation, business and global influence. Singapore. A global financial hub with low corruption, high foreign investment, and efficient regulation. It ranks among the world's easiest places to do business. China. China leads in manufacturing, digital tech, and AI investment, making it one of the world's most influential economies. Japan and South Korea. Both are global tech leaders, with innovations in electronics, automobiles, robotics, and industrial technologies. India. India is a rising tech hub, with rapidly expanding startups and digital adoption. Winner, innovation and global impact mixed. Singapore excels in finance/business climate, while China and South Korea lead in tech and manufacturing influence. Demographics and growth potential. Singapore is stable and wealthy, but its population grows slowly. In contrast, India has explosive demographic growth and economic potential. Indonesia has a young workforce and expanding domestic market. China and Japan face aging populations that challenge future growth. Winner, future growth potential. India and Indonesia, large populations, expanding markets. Cost of living and affordability. While Singapore boasts exceptional wealth, its cost of living is among the highest in Asia. Housing, transport, and daily expenses are expensive relative to many of its neighbors. Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia offer more affordable lifestyles, which can be attractive depending on personal priorities. Winner, affordability. Thailand/Malaysia. Conclusion, who actually won? So, who actually won? The answer depends on how we define winning. If winning means individual prosperity and quality of life, Singapore undoubtedly comes out ahead in Asia, with the highest GDP per capita, strong governance, modern infrastructure, and excellent services. If winning means sheer economic size and global power, China dominates Asia by total economic output and global influence. If winning means future potential and growth, India and Indonesia stand out, with large young populations in fast-growing markets that could reshape Asia in the decades to come. If winning means balanced development, countries like Japan and South Korea represent mature, advanced economies with high living standards and technological leadership. What's clear is that Asia isn't a competition with a single winner, it's a dynamic region where different nations lead in different arenas. Singapore shines as a remarkable success story, but each country has its own strengths and potential.